Hi out there! This is Toy Customizer Wake Angel 2001, and, well, my disclaimer states very clearly that people shouldn't be posting any questions or anything like that, like a comment that I would be expected to respond to in the comment section of the videos themselves, because I don't have a Google Plus account, nor will I ever get a Google Plus account, because screw you, Google, for trying to force me to get one. Ooh, that's a digression. I can't respond to the comments directly, so I always provide a link in the video description to a place where I will be able to respond. Now, either a large constituent of my viewership either can't read, won't read, or thinks that they can just post whatever comments they want with impunity, and I will never respond to them because I wouldn't be able to, because I continue to get people asking me questions and posting comments that really need a reply, and you know, that's not right. I felt this time I just got challenged in a couple of my more recent commission videos in the comments, and I feel that a response is simply necessary at this point. So I'm responding really the only way I can with a video. Oh, by the way, don't expect that if you just post something ridiculously stupid that I'll be forced to challenge it, that you can force me to make videos to you, because first of all, I'm never going to actually say your username, so no one will know it's your comment. And second of all, I'm gonna, you know, like, if it's an honest thing that I feel should be challenged, I'll do it, but I'll know if it's just a stupid troll comment, and I'll ignore it. Okay, so yeah, the comments in question were in regards to the Tikal and Cream videos. So, let's start with the Cream the Rabbit one. I said in the video that Cream the Rabbit was the second character to officially have a recognized family member that appeared on screen, with her mother, Vanilla. The previous one, the first in the video game, was Tikal, who had a father, Pachacamac. I very clearly stated that that was video game continuity, because we all know that there had been families in other media before. But you know what? I had someone say that the first family that ever appeared in any Sonic media was the Sonic Underground family. You know, Mother Queen Alina and the siblings Manic and Sonya. Really? I can only imagine it was a pretty young kid that made that comment and hadn't actually been aware of the existence of two prior cartoon series. Because in the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon, we actually met Robotnik's mother, and he built himself a robot son, Robotnik Jr. And you know, that's just Robotnik. In the Saturday AM cartoon, the Saturday morning one, not only do we meet King Max, Princess Sally's father, he actually makes an appearance in an episode, but there's also Uncle Chuck, Sonic's uncle. I mean, these are parent characters that were introduced way before any family members in the video games did. And so, the Sonic Underground cartoon, the one that had Manic and Sonya in it, that cartoon was made in like 1999 or something. That cartoon, it's barely as old as Sonic Adventure is. So I can't even really say, because I don't really remember the exact premiere date of Sonic Underground, but I can't really say even if they beat Tikal and Pachacamac. I can't say. But I can certainly say that they're not the first family ever introduced. So that was a reference to Cream's family. Another reference was somebody stated that Cream's actual first appearance was in Sonic Adventure DX. You think that just because I'm not going to be able to respond to you, you can get away without fact-checking? No. Cream the Rabbit did make a cameo appearance in Sonic Adventure DX, and when she wasn't in the original version of Sonic Adventure. I'll give you that. It's in a crowd scene. When you're walking in the Station Square hub world, she quickly flies overhead. She's clearly visible for several seconds. And I believe it happens twice. But Sonic Adventure DX came out in June of 2003. Sonic Advance 2 came out in March of 2003 in America. In Japan, it came out even sooner. So, yeah, check your release dates. Sonic Advance 2 came out before Sonic Adventure DX, therefore is still the official first appearance of Cream the Rabbit. I mean, that is so basic, man. Have a little bit more pride when you're correcting a dude on the internet. Because it's the internet. We check that stuff. Okay, now about Tikal. Here's where I have to admit to my mistakes. You see, this goes both ways. When I made the Tikal video, I made two rather bold statements. One was that the reference art I was working on was a character model from the Sonic X anime, and the other was that I accused the art designers of the Sonic X anime of being lazy and not wanting to draw toes. It appears that I was wrong on both counts. I'm sorry. I'm not perfect. I try though, and because I try is why I'm here owning up to it. The controversy, of course, comes from the fact that this figure has toes. Why does she have toes specifically? Because Davin asked for them. The commissioner always has the right to ask for the character to appear in any way. My first ever custom commission figure was a Sonya figure. Sonya from Sonic Underground, but wearing a completely fan-designed outfit that was totally unlike anything she wore in the show. Why? Because the commissioner asked me to do that. If you see a character I make that has off-color eyes, a different hairstyle, or an outfit that doesn't match what you've seen them have in official media, odds are that that's because it's what the commissioner asked for. So there's no point in pointing it out to me. I mean, you have any idea how many official pictures I look at to make sure I'm getting the character design right? You don't really need to tell me. Okay, but that's why she had the toes. Now my statement. First of all, I said that artwork was from the character model for Sonic X. I was wrong. That was actually Sonic Channel artwork. So since it came from the Sonic Channel, yes, it is completely... Yeah, it was not drawn by the people that did Sonic X. It was done by a completely different art team. Alright. So it wasn't Sonic... It wasn't the Sonic X, it was the Sonic Channel. I'm sorry about that. And second of all, is that I chalked up the whole lack of toe thing to laziness, when it actually turns out to sort of be... it's actually sort of part of the art style. Sonic characters simply, they have fingers, for some reason they don't have toes. However, I will maintain that this was not 100% intentional. If you look at the 3D models from the original Sonic Adventure game, the characters don't have fingers either. Their hands are rendered as a little mitten with lines drawn on it to represent the fingers. It wasn't until the HD remake in Sonic Adventure DX and in Sonic Adventure 2 where they had gotten good enough at 3D modeling to actually give them fingers. And the same went for their toes. I think that they were intended to have toes, but were unable to graphically render them with the technology they had at the time. And when the artists were drawing based on the character models they saw in the game itself, they probably just saw no toes there, so they drew no toes there, and it kind of stuck. Yeah, it stuck, and I'm saying it's intentional now. Whenever they draw a character with bare feet, even though it really has only come up twice, Tikal and Big the Cat are the only two characters that actually have open-toed shoes. I'm not counting the Chow. I know someone down there is wondering, but the Chow don't have the toes either. Chow don't have hands or feet. They got Powerpuff Girl bodies. They totally do not count. So yeah, Chow don't count. So, Tikal. Toes. The thing is, we've seen way before Sonic Adventure came out, characters were drawn with bare feet in the comic books, and I think even in the cartoons we got to see their bare feet at least once. And yeah, they were drawn with toes back in the day. I mean, Bunny Rabbit clearly had toes on her roboticized feet. There was a scene where Princess Sally bathes in the Source of All. She takes her boots off. She has toes. Nicole the Lynx, her original character design, had no shoes and she had toes. And so there's precedent there. And even Tikal, she has been drawn in the comic book with toes. The characters have had toes. So, you know, when I saw the characters in the anime did not have toes, for me, I'm going from seeing characters that I'm used to seeing with toes to suddenly seeing characters that clearly should have toes but they didn't bother to draw them in. I chalked it up to laziness. Because if you look at the Sonic X anime, you'll see plenty of animation mistakes and coloring errors that can really only be chalked up to either a rush schedule, laziness, or both. But yeah, it happens. It happens. So, it wasn't until I saw some really modern images of Big the Cat, which I always thought he wore purple boots. I didn't even recognize his feet as being barefoot until somebody pointed this out to me a couple of weeks ago. So I had previously been operating under the assumption that Big the Cat had freaking boots on until somebody noted, those are sandals. And like, oh, well that's stupid. So yeah, although characters have been drawn with toes in some continuities, in video game continuity they don't have toes. So, and in that particular drawing that I said, it was an intentional character design and not laziness, so I'm sorry about that. Okay, so, like I said, that's just what I want to go about. I felt a little bit challenged on those comments. I may read through comments in the future, and if I see anything else that challenged me, I may make a video response like this in the future. But for now, I'm just going to go back to making my Vector Man custom. Alright, so this is Toy Customizer Wake Angel 2001, and I'm signing off.